Hi, everyone. Happy Tuesday. I'm Lori Ferraro,
And I'm Greg Ferraro.
and we are zooming in tonight from Coeur d'Alene, Idaho.
We're excited to talk to you tonight. We're going to be talking about taking action. There's so much going on in 3 right now. And man, what a time to just get your business exploding.
It really is. And, I just want to give a shout out to everyone on here. All the promotions going on in the company. I can't believe all the promotions each and every week. I mean, we have 2-star, 3-star, 4-star, 3-star elites. I mean, it's crazy. So I want to give a shout out. And I think, having these ongoing trainings each week and all these amazing leaders that keep pouring into everyone. And it's just a chain reaction of, plugging into a system, and systems produce predictable results. And look what's happening in the company. The company is exploding with promotions. So congratulations to each and every one of you that have promoted recently. It's very exciting, and we're really, really happy for you.
Well, obviously, those of you that are on this training call, you're serious about your business. Most people that aren't serious, they don't plug into trainings like this. And the biggest thing that you can do in your business is just take action. Take action. Right now, we've got our global wellness movement going on. In fact, tonight, right this minute, there's a presentation going on in Dallas, Texas. I know we've got a ton of people at that event right now. They had a 3-star and above lunching earlier today, and then a training. You definitely want to get to 3-star and get to these luncheons so you can be part of that exclusive training. But guys, there's a bunch of these meetings going on around North America and then into Asia. And I'm just going to give you some dates right now to mark down. You can go in, obviously, into your back office or on the 3 wall and print off this schedule and get all the details. But obviously, like I said, tonight, Dallas, Texas, there's a presentation going on right now. So probably a little late for you to try to invite for that because it started 2 minutes ago. On the 27th in New Jersey, there's a presentation going on. Again, they're going to have the luncheon for 3-star and above. So, get that done, be part of the luncheon, get your guests to these events. Yes. I mean, that's the key. People always want to know, how do I build a big business? Get your best prospects, your best guests to come see this for themselves. Absolutely. So again, New Jersey on July 27th, New York, Flushing, New York on the 28th, Greater Toronto area on July 29th, Montreal, Canada on July 30th, Calgary, Alberta, Canada on July 31st, Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada on August 1st, and then Des Moines, Iowa, August 7th, 8th, and Kansas City, August 9th, and St. Louis, Missouri on August 10th. And then, like I said, later on in the month, August 17th, 18th, 19th in Taiwan, the 20th and the 21st in Hong Kong, the 22nd in Singapore, and the 22nd, 24th, 25th in Malaysia. Guys, these are events that you want to be taking massive action building for right now.
Absolutely. And you've heard it said many times, you build your business from event to event to event. That's how you have success. I have said over and over again, if you could only get good at one thing in this business, which you can get good at lots of things, but if you could only be good at one, I'd recommend being good at promoting for events, because that's what builds your business. The beautiful thing is, like this Zoom right now, you can just put people on the Zoom. And right now it happens to be Greg and I doing the training for you. And next Tuesday, it'll be someone else. And next Tuesday, someone else. What a blessing. You just get people on the Zoom. Like, oh my gosh, that's awesome. How about right now going on in Dallas? You just have butts in the seat, right? And let the leaders in front of the room take care of all the heavy lifting for you. So if you can get really good at promoting for events, getting eyes on a Zoom, getting butts in a chair, you guys, that's how you build your business from event to event to event. And it works. It works like a charm. Trust me on that one.
Well, and 3's got such a great system to plug into. I mean, Monday nights we've got the global presentation that's going on the same time that this is going on. 5 o'clock Pacific, 6 Mountain, 7 Central, 8 Eastern, and then obviously for those over in Asia, you got to adjust accordingly. That's Monday. There's a global presentation every Monday. This training every Tuesday. There's a Wellness Wednesday every Wednesday, and then there's Zooms and live events going on all over the place. And like I said, this tour that's going on right now, that's a special thing. I mean, you got top leaders from the company going to be going to multiple cities around North America and then into Asia that you can just plug people in. And it's up to you. I mean, the thing I love about this business is we all get to decide how successful we are. I mean, the more action you take, the more success that you're going to have. And I think a lot of people, Lori, they're scared to fail. They're scared to say the wrong thing or do the wrong thing. But guys, here's the thing: the best thing that you can do is just be excited and passionate about helping people. Be excited about what's going on. I mean, 3 is in the foundation period. We're in the foundation period of building the next multi-billion-dollar
Yes.
legacy company. I mean, Lori and I have been in this industry for 30 years now, and I can tell you, we've had a lot of success, but we always dreamed. I mean, we've seen people get into these companies at the right time that went out and grew into these monster companies, and we were in good companies, but nothing ever great. And man, if you can be part of a great company like 3 in the foundation, and you put the work in and you lay your foundation, it is amazing the kind of business that you can build. And I'm telling you guys right now, you don't want to wait. I mean, now is the time. Lay your foundation as big as you can so that as this company goes into massive momentum over the next few years, your team is growing, the lion's share of the company.
And, when you were just saying, a lot of people are afraid to fail or to mess something up. And the reason that Greg said that is because he's speaking from our experience. I remember 30 years ago when we were afraid. I was afraid to fail. I was afraid to mess things up. And it was like, man, I'm holding myself back because I think you have to be so perfect. I'll do a presentation when I have it just perfect, right? And that held us back. So I want to encourage you guys, don't worry about being perfect. Like we always tell people, go out and make a mess and let us help you clean it up. Let your upline mentors, let your line of sponsorship, let them help you clean it up. Go make a big mess, and I promise they'll help you clean it up.
Well, here's the thing: we all have big dreams. I mean, we all have things that we want out of life, and we just get kind of stuck in these ruts. And I heard something a long time ago: living begins. Living begins when you get out of your comfort zone.
Yeah.
Okay. Living begins when you get out of your comfort zone. So, the biggest thing about taking action, guys, is knowing why you're doing this, having your why. I mean, Lori said, when we got started, I mean, I can't even tell you the things that, I was so nervous to call people, and I would literally verbally vomit on people when I would call them, and who knows what came out of my mouth. I have no clue to this day what I was saying. But you know what I was doing? I still have this picture right here, guys. I keep this picture by my side. That's Lori with our first daughter when she was a little baby. And that was my why when we got started. I mean, I wanted to be able to provide a nice lifestyle for my wife and my little baby. And then we had another baby, our second daughter. And my why just got bigger, and those are the reasons that we got going. And it's okay to not be perfect. Just do something. And I'm going to tell you right now, the biggest thing is not necessarily what you say, guys. Everybody wants to know, what's the perfect script? What's the perfect thing to say to people? You know what? People really don't, they don't really care what you say. It's how you say it. It's how you say it with confidence and sincereness, and that you truly want to help people. And when you come across with that confidence and that sincerity, you're going to catch people's attention. And guys, I'm telling you right now, you have everything to be excited about. I mean, being in that foundation of the next multi-billion-dollar giant, I can't even tell you. I mean, how much more do you need to be excited? Okay.
We're blessed. We're very blessed. I want to ask you guys, are you comfortable? Are you comfortable? That's a big, big question, because the truth is you don't want to be comfortable. If you're comfortable, I'm going to encourage you to step out in courage. Okay. Being comfortable, like Greg said, it's always outside of our comfort zone. That's when life begins. That's when we start to win, is outside of our comfort zone. So if you're like, let's say you're sharing with people and you're sharing with everyone that makes you comfortable, I want to encourage you again to step out in courage and talk to people that make you uncomfortable, to do things that make you uncomfortable, whether it's inviting to a Zoom or inviting to, one of the cities on the tour to have someone go to a live presentation. And whether that person is someone you're comfortable with or uncomfortable, I would go for the uncomfortable. That's probably also called your chicken list, right? And you're like, oh man, that makes me really uncomfortable. That's where life begins. That's where winning begins, is just outside of your comfort zone. So if you're feeling comfortable, I want to encourage you to get uncomfortable and to step out in courage. And I know it's hard. Trust me, I know it's hard. I felt that way. I've been there, but I know you can do it. And it's just those tiny steps. It's just a baby step. And then you go, it worked. It was okay.
Yeah.
I didn't die. I'm okay. I'm good. I lived through it. And you go, that felt kind of good. And I got a good result. I'm going to do it again, or I'm going to do it a little bit more. And you'll start to see things change. You'll start to see yourself grow, and you'll start to see your business grow.
Well, and we all have to go through a process.
We do.
I mean, nobody just comes into this business and creates a lot of success without having earned that success. Sometimes people might join and have a lot of success really quick, but they've done things in the past, whether it was in another company or maybe it was just their career or things that they did in life that that caused them to have influence with people, that caused them to have a lot of connections with people. I mean, that was one of the things when we first got started. We were young, we didn't have a lot of connections. We had a lot of learning to do, and we had to build up our connections. But some people through life, through hard work and what have you, they have success in other things, and it just causes them to have respect and influence and personal power with people. We like to call it being a whip. What's the whip stand for?
Work ethic, hunger,
integrity,
and personal power.
Yeah. So, I mean, think about this, guys. I mean, we're going to go out and build a big business. I mean, I'm assuming that you guys want to build a big business. That's why you're on this call. Okay. I mean, the beautiful thing is you can grow this as big as you want. I mean, some people, they just want to go out and, build a business big enough to pay for their products. Okay. And we've got great products, guys. I mean, you're not going to hear us talk about products a lot tonight, but we have the best products out there. I mean, the testimonials that people are getting with our products are absolutely amazing. The science behind our products are absolutely amazing. But we're not going to talk about that a lot. We're growing a business. I mean, the beautiful thing, guys, is we are, right now got everything to go out and share about.
We do. And one thing, when you were talking about, people, some people come in with influence and different things. Everyone has to pay a price. Success isn't free. We all pay a price. So don't compare yourself to others either. I think a lot of times people get into the comparison game, or how come that person did it faster than me, or this happened for them and hasn't happened for me yet. And yet is the key word, you guys. Yet really is the key word. It's like Greg said, they paid a price. Maybe someone else paid a price in their job and they have all those connections where, when you come in and you're brand new and you maybe don't have all those connections, it will happen. It's just, we all have to pay a price. And in the beginning in this industry, what I learned is there's a lot of learning before the earning. Okay. You're going to learn before you earn. And I just think of like, most people have a job. Most people on here probably have a job, right? And how long have you had that job? How long have you worked for somebody else? And you say, well, man, I want this to work fast. I don't want to have to spend all this time learning before I start earning. What if it's 6 months? What if it's a year? What if it's 2 years? What if it's 3, 4, or 5? Which that's up to you. The learning curve is up to you and how much time and effort you want to put in and are willing to put in. But again, how long have you already worked for somebody else? And this is for yourself. And so we just want to all commit to getting better. I mean, I know I want to be better. I'm trying to get better all the time. I'm never done growing. I keep learning things each and every day, and I want to learn more, and I want to get better, because this is a people business. And the better we are with people, your paycheck will reflect it. So it's just a matter of, how can I get better? How can I grow more? How can I relate more with people? How can I understand people more? How can I help people more? All of those things. Or when I do something wrong, I need to apologize. All those different things, we get better and better and better. And because it's a people business, that should be your strongest attribute, is how can I be a better person? And so we learn and then we earn, and we
Yeah.
keep learning, and we keep earning. And as we learn more, our paycheck gets bigger.
Well, and here's the beautiful thing, guys. The one thing that we can control is how much action we put in. Okay. I remember, gosh, this was probably almost 7 years ago. I was talking to a gentleman that had made, 500,000-600,000 a month in this industry, 500,000 or 600,000 a month. Now Lori and I, we had been blessed to make some really good income, but not quite that kind of income. Okay. And I wanted to learn how to make that kind of income. And he shared with me 2020 vision. He shared with me, making a list. And these are things that, I would suggest to you guys, pretend like today's your first day. I mean, some of you, maybe today is your first day. Others, maybe you've been in for a week, maybe you've been in for a month, maybe you've been in for a year, maybe some of you have been in network marketing for many years. Okay. Now, obviously 3 just launched a little over 4 months ago. So none of us have been in 3 for more than that. Okay. But pretend like today is your first day. Okay. So have you made your list? Well, I hope you have. Now, if you're anything like I was, I know when I first got started, my list was like 1 name, then 2 names, then 3 names, then 4 or 5 names. And then I remember somebody saying you should have a list of your top 10. And then somebody said, well, you should have 20. And then I heard somebody got outrageous and they said, you should have a list of 100. I'm like, 100? Where am I going to get 100 people to put on a list? I mean, remember, I was like 21 years old when I was getting started. So, and then, this gentleman that I was talking to about 7 years ago, he said, make a list of 250 people if you're dead serious. And I thought, well, I'm dead serious and I want to make the kind of income that he's making, so we expand that list. So my suggestion to you is, make your list. If you're serious, make it 100 people. If you're dead serious, make it 250 people. Now, here's the thing, guys. Network marketing is about having conversations with people. You want to create as many conversations with as many people as you can. And, and nowadays, one thing, I mean, you got to be a problem solver also. I mean, it used to be that you could call people and they'd actually answer their phone, and what I found is that doesn't necessarily happen like that anymore. A lot of people screen their calls and what have you. So start a connection. I mean, what I did is I texted to people, hi, how are you doing? Hey, Joe, how you doing? Hey, Sam, how you doing? Hey, Paul, how you doing? Hey, Sue, how you doing? Hey, Jennifer, how you doing? And I just sent a simple text out to people. I wanted to create conversation, just wanted to get them to return a conversation. Now, you could do that many ways. I don't care if you're doing that face-to-face with people. I don't care if you're doing it through Facebook Messenger or social media. I don't care how you're doing it. You just need to connect with people, create conversations. It's all about creating conversations. And what I found is this, out of that 250 people, my goal was to get through that list as quickly as possible. I set a goal to reach out to 50 people a day. And I just simply was connecting, hey, how you doing? 50 people a day. Now, out of those 250 people, it took me 5 days because I did 50 people 5 days in a row. Out of 250 people, 187 of them actually replied. So, if you look at that, that's, 63 people did not reply to me. Now, if those 63 people that did not reply were the only ones that I reached out to, how devastated would I have been? But 187 people did reach back to me and said, hey, I'm doing great. How are you doing? And it caused that conversation. Now, did I go into trying to share the presentation through the text with them at that point? No. What I did is I moved them into the next thing. Hey, listen, I need to talk to you. When's as soon as you and I can get on the phone? I wanted them to hear my excitement. I wanted them to hear my conviction. I wanted them to hear how passionate I was about this. Okay. And then from there, it's get them into an event, get them in to, maybe it's an online Zoom, maybe it's a live presentation, maybe it's, some information or a 3-way phone call with somebody on your team. Lots of ways of doing that, guys. But the main thing is you can take as much action or as little action as you want. Now, the faster you do this, the faster you grow your business. And I will tell you this, we have already had a lot of people in this company that have hit 3-star, 3-star elite, 4-star, 5-star, 6-star, 7-star. Guys, there's a lot of people that are ranking up to high positions. How do they rank up like that? Because they're taking massive action. Here's what they're not doing. They're not calling one person a year. They're not calling one person a month. They're not calling one person a week. And I can promise you, they're not just calling one person a day. It's multiple people a day, multiple conversations, because if you do that, you're going to find the ones that are looking. And like Lori was just talking about with those whips, guys, here's the thing. If you go after your best people, a no's a no, but not all yeses are equal. Okay. If you bring people on board on your team, and I like to call it my board of directors, that, are high caliber people, you want to go build a multi-million-dollar business, bring in the best people you can, the people that have work ethic, that have drive and desire, that want to go out and do big things. And those are the people that are going to help you explode a business because they want to do something big.
So true. And part of it is committing to the process. That's basically what you're talking about, is being committed to the process. And one way of being committed to the process is, getting on Zooms like this, being trained, being coachable is probably one of the biggest keys in this business. And there's a lot of people.
One of the biggest? How about the biggest?
The biggest. There's a lot of people that aren't coachable. Now, what's funny is I can laugh about that now, because there was times I wasn't coachable, you guys. I mean, when Greg talks about it, makes me laugh. It shouldn't probably make me cry, truly. When Greg talks about, he had a list of, 1 name, 2 names, 5 names. I had no list. I was the person that was like, you know what, it's in my head. I got this, or it's on my phone. So any of you out there who do that, like, yeah, I know I wasn't the only one. I hope I wasn't the only one that was that stubborn, but I was that person. Like, I don't need to put it on paper. And same thing with my goals. I thought, I don't need to write my goals down. I don't need to write that down. And thank goodness, Mr. Gilbert Anderson is like, no, you need to write that stuff down. You need to get it down and get it down on paper. And he pushed me, and a good mentor will always push you. A good mentor will stretch you and make you a little uncomfortable. And he did. And I made a list. I wrote down my goals. And I can tell you this, guys, that's when things really, really changed. And that was also when I learned, wow, I guess I need to be more coachable. That was a great lesson to me. So commit to the process. Part of being committed to the process is being truly coachable. And I would say there's a lot of people that aren't truly coachable, because if you would have asked me years ago when I didn't make a list and I didn't write down my goals and dreams like I should have, I didn't have a dream board. Now I always have a dream board. I love my dream board, but I didn't do those things. And I was saying I was coachable, but the truth was I wasn't fully committed to the process yet. Always a key word, yet, right? Because I was learning, and it's always a process. And the more we learn, the more we earn. And it's always a process. So anyone out there who was stubborn like me, I'm going to encourage you to step out in courage. And I'm going to encourage you to step out of your comfort zone of maybe being a little bit stubborn, and write down your goals, make a list, do those things. Please don't be like me and say it's in my head or it's in my phone. It doesn't work.
and you know what? Think about why you're doing this. I mean, really, how important is that? I mean, how bad was it to me that I wanted to be able to take care of my wife and my daughter, and eventually my other daughter, now our grandson, and we just found out we have another grandbaby coming on the way. I mean, it's so nice to be able to have a business built that creates residual income. And here's the beautiful thing, guys. Like Lori said, in the beginning, you work, and you get paid. Most people are used to working and getting paid. The difference here is you got to go through that learning process. Now, the faster you work and the more action you take, obviously the more you can get paid, and the faster you go through that learning curve. But what happens is you work, you get paid, 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 you work, you get paid. And then it starts to turn around. You work, you get paid, you work, you get paid, you work, you get paid. That's called freedom, guys. That's called leverage. That's what we're all striving for. That's why you go out and take massive action. That's why you do these things. So, my encouragement to you guys is start living life. Get out of your comfort zone.
Yes.
Okay. If you're just sticking to the same old thing, you're going to get the same thing you've always gotten. Start doing more than you've ever done. Remember where we're at, guys. We're literally in the first few months of the foundation of this company, the next multi-billion legacy company with amazing products that everybody should be using. They just need to hear about it. They need to hear about this company, and they should hear about it from you.
From you.
Okay. So take that action, go out and share it with as many people. Now, here's one thing. I know we always talk about sorting.
Yes.
Okay. We're not sorting. We're not, we're sorting. We're not selling.
Yes.
Professionals sort, amateurs sell. And, you always talk about commission breath.
Yeah. You don't want commission breath.
Here's the thing, guys.
Smell that a mile away. Yeah.
You want to help people. I mean, now, the people that the people that you've gotten to know, what's important to them. If they're looking. And guys, you're going to run into obstacles. You're going to run into people when you reach out to them and say, oh, is that one of those things? Or I've tried something like that in the past, or I've done this, or I've done that. But here's the thing, guys, they haven't tried it with you, and they haven't been with this company at this timing. We are in the foundation. Remember, the foundation. This is like a dream. Who wouldn't want to be in the beginning of the next multi-billion-dollar company? Anybody that understands that's a big deal. So when you're reaching out to people, if they give you any excuses, guys, sorting doesn't mean that you just bow down to their excuses. Now, if they're not looking, that's fine. Okay. If they're not looking, they're not looking. But you know what? People that are looking. You know them. I mean, if they're looking, don't let them get away with that. I mean, just let them know, hey, listen, I know you. I mean, Joe, you just told me 2 weeks ago how you needed this, and this, and I've come across something. You need to trust me on this. This is too big for you to miss out on. Strength. Okay. Your strength is going to be attractive. The stronger you are, the more attractive you are. And you have to have that strength and that conviction. And I'm going to tell you this, guys, the more action you take, the stronger you get. The more action you take, the better the words flow. Don't worry about messing up. Like we said earlier, go ahead, make a mess. Okay. There's lots of us around to help you clean it up. Okay. And as you do that, you're going to have fun, and you're going to have success, and your team is going to start to grow. And the next thing you know, man, you're going to be pinching yourself 6 months down the road, a year down the road, 2 years down the road. You're going to just see this growth.
And remember, people don't buy companies, they're buying you. It's all about you. People are attracted to you. I mean, have you ever gone to a restaurant or a store? And let's just say you went to a restaurant and you had a horrible waiter or waitress. Okay. And you're like, you know what? I'm never going back there. That was an awful experience. Now, maybe it wasn't the food. It wasn't the restaurant. Maybe you've eaten there before, but the person drove that person away, right? Or you could have had maybe even kind of some bad food, but you have the best service. You had the best waiter or waitress, and you're like, oh my gosh, weren't they just the best? I hope you left them a really good tip, honey. I hope you tipped them extra. And you want to go back, because it's more about people than anything else. So people aren't buying a company, you guys, they're buying you. So again, we're in the people business, and the better you can be with people, the better results you're going to have. So I love when Greg was talking about sorting and not selling, because if you can just sort people and just go out there and think, I just want to bless people. I just want to go out and be a blessing to people and be an uplifter and let them know that they can go after their dreams. And when people say, what exactly do you do? Do you guys know? What do you do? I mean, what do you do? have some peaks that you say. I mean, pique people's interest on what you do. You know what? I create stars. People are like, she creates stars, like movie stars? Like, what does she do? I create stars. Pique some interest, you guys. Have fun with it. Have a good time. Yeah. Be yourselves. People are buying you. Have strength, have fun. It really is a fun business. You just have to have fun with it. So who else creates stars? I can't be the only person who creates stars, right? Go out, create stars.
And the beautiful thing is, guys, like we talked about in the beginning, today can be the first day of action. Okay. Like I said, we've got this tour going on right now around the country, and then into Asia in August. Take massive action. We had a gal on the team that decided, you know what, I'm going to take some massive action. She wanted to be at the 3-star luncheon. She took massive action, got 3-star knocked out. She's got 25 confirmed guests that she had come into the Dallas event tonight. 25, and she had like another 6 or 7 that she was still working on. That was a couple hours ago. I'm not sure if she got a couple more of them to go or not. Now, are all 25 of them going to show up? Probably not. I mean, not everybody shows up that says they are, but I promise you, she's going to have a bunch of people show up at that event, and it's going to create massive action. So here's what you do, guys. Let's just take this in for a landing and take it full circle. Right now, we've got these events going on right now. Okay, so over the next 30 days or so, we've got events going on all over the country. If you've got people in those markets, man, get them there.
Yes.
If you can get there with them, get there with them. Okay. Now, 60 days from now, we've got our next convention in Anaheim.
It's going to be incredible.
It will be absolutely amazing. Guys, to me, this is going to be like the true kickoff of the company. I mean, I know we had our launch event, but now we're, that was, we just pre-launch, and now we're going into things. Anaheim you should be busting it right now. Okay. If you want to have a massive growing business, you want to create massive momentum, right now isn't the time to take a break. I know the weather's nice. I know there's lots of fun things going on. Believe me, we got people calling us to do fun things all the time. Okay. But we've got July to August, August to September 21st, 22nd is the Anaheim event. Guys, take as much action as you can. If you're not registered for Anaheim, guys, get registered. I mean, in your back office, it shows green if you're registered, red if you're not. If it's red, no, make sure it's green. Okay. You want to be registered. Get your team registered and get as much action right now. These next 60 days, if you just trust us on this, take as much action, make as many connections with people, have as many conversations with people as you can over the next 60 days, and get your business building as much as you can. Then get as many people into that Anaheim event, guys. You're going to see so many promotions happen at that Anaheim event, and your business is going to be on fire. But I promise you this, at that Anaheim event, your business is going to explode, because everybody that is there is going to see the big picture. And like I said, guys, we're just laying the foundation right now. We haven't seen nothing yet. This is the beginning.
You guys, this is the best time. I mean, I just love the foundational period. Like, we are so blessed. We are so lucky. You just have to see what's in front of you, and not only see it for yourself, but you got to paint that for other people. I want you to think of, did any of you ever watch Bob Ross? Remember Bob Ross, the painter? And there were no mistakes, just happy little accidents. Do you guys remember Bob Ross? Okay, so I want you to think of having a white, empty canvas. And you got to paint that picture. You got to paint that vision of where this company is going. Paint that for other people. Because you know what? Some people, they just don't have vision. They just see a white canvas. And it's our job as leaders to paint that picture. And you know what? Just think, there's no mistakes. You're not going to do it wrong. You're just going to have a happy little accident. It's okay. And it'll still be really pretty, because you did something. You got outside your comfort zone and you did something. You stepped out in courage. And that's what we want to encourage each and every one of you to do. Step out in courage. Go make some happy little accidents. We all make mistakes. That's how you learn. And you're going to learn, and you're going to earn, and you're going to earn, and you're going to earn. And that's how this business works. And you're going to have fun doing it.
And even if you're not a great painter, guys, it doesn't matter. Just do something. I'm telling you, the leadership that we have with this company is second to none. It's the best I've ever seen. And I've seen some great leadership through my years. The best I've ever seen, guys. So let's say you go make a little bit of a mess. That's okay. You've got great leadership that you can get them on the phone with. Okay. The main thing is you are confident. You are absolutely confident that you're going to succeed, because here's the thing. If you don't quit and you do the work and you don't give up and you just work on it, and you're passionate about it, you will have success. You just got to stick at it long enough to have the success. You got to take enough action. So when you're talking to people, whether you have all the answers or not, just be confident and excited about it. If they get a question to you that you don't know how to answer, you know what? That's a great question. Let me get you on the phone with somebody that I'm working with that has had a ton of success and get that for you, because I don't want to mess you up. This is too important.
Yes, absolutely. You guys go out, create stars. You go out and win. Thank you, guys. Thank you all for jumping on tonight, spending a little bit of time with us. We enjoyed our time with you, and we look forward to seeing you in Anaheim, if not before. So go make sure in your back office that you're green, not red. Green means go. Green means money. Thank you, guys.
Hopefully we see you on the tour as well, guys. Let's have some fun, and we'll see you in Anaheim. See you guys.
Bye.